All right, so today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to really ramp up your prestige game. This is the final step in the Rush Prestige line, I guess, of tutorials, kind of leading up to this point. Okay, so before we discussed how to do the infinite chickens glitch, we discussed how to turn ads off, which they should be off. Let me verify. Yep, off. And we discussed how to rush prestige. So typically I can get to where I'm at right now in about 20 minutes. It took me a little bit longer today because I was kind of lazy about it and doing other things, getting set up for the video. But here we are. So we have, you'll notice I have not built any HABs yet. So my HABs are maxed out with Epic and Common Research at 788. I have all 17 vehicles, or transporters, whatever you want to call them. I have all my silos set up. This is not really as important at this point, unless you just close the game out. But really, technically, for the purposes of what we're about to do, this is not a necessary step. I also have the pro permit, which if you've been playing for any amount of time, especially for contracts, it's probably a useful thing for you to have. But that's up to you. Everybody has different limits with spending money in games. All right, so we have completed all regular research down to tier 12. For me, okay, let me back up. You want to get to your last egg as quickly as possible. For me, that's Nebula. And for those of us that have Nebula, what you're going to want to do is get to this point as far along on tier 12, especially for, Eggestor miniaturization as you can. Usually I only get it to about 37, 38 upgrades of this done before I get impatient and start to rush. I took a little bit more time today to set this up. I'm not sure it's going to make much difference, but I wanted to make the point that you can do this, or at least I can from this point. All right. So once you get to wherever you feel impatient or you're ready to rock and roll, you have to get timeline diversion done, and really as much of this as you can to really maximize what you're about to do. Okay, it's very important. So from here, what you're going to do is you'll note that I don't have any space left in my HABs, and obviously my vehicles are not being used at all. So this is going to look a little funky, but it'll make sense in a second. So what you're going to do is you're going to act like you're starting your chickens. Okay. So you do your running chickens, you start your timer. Notice there's no chickens going, but there will be in a second as soon as I build this first HAB. Right? So bam, first HAB. So the chickens have already started running because I pre-queued it up. I don't know why it works like that, but it does. So the chickens are going up rather quickly. The timer's still going down. So we got to build our HABs quick to make use of this timer. All right. Well, we don't really have time to do it now, so we'll wait a few seconds. So we'll restart the timer. So it's very important. I'll do this a couple times so you can see this. All right. So with the ads off, again, make sure your timer's maxed out. You hit your warp, your 24-hour warp, and then immediately open the menu back up and multi-press the 2x bonus. You see what happened? All right. So we'll do it again, and I'll do it slower so you can kind of see the effect. Let the timer run out, because you always want to keep this going. You don't ever want it to dip into your whatever chicken hatch bar or whatever. I'm not even sure what you would call that. All right, so get the timer going again. So watch what happens when I open the menu back up, but don't hit this, right? So we have a full 7-hour boost, basically. Hit the warp, menu back open, and it's gone, right? So it's still boosted. So now we have the running chickens going again. Watch what happens now, though. So you're restarting the 2x boost multiple times. Don't forget to go in here and finish off the research that you can do. Okay? All right. So one more time, I'll show you the slow way. Now see the boost is gone. Okay. Start the boost again.